Muslims should be able to respond to the supposed Islamic dilemma argument that Christians sometimes propose. The idea of this argument is that the Quran affirms the scriptures of Jews and Christians absolutely and without any limits. Now, this leads to a contradiction in the perception of our Christian friends. Now, this argument is weak for a few reasons, but I will give a few lines of refutation in this video in order to debunk it. First of all, the Quran confirms the Christian and Jewish scriptures generally. For example, I can be a CEO of a company and then tell my employees the following: obey and listen to my managers. This is a general command, because if my managers decide to rebel against me, the command obviously does not apply anymore. If the managers tell the employees to rebel against me and do things that displease me, then they definitely should stop obeying the managers. Now, in this analogy, the managers are the Christian and Jewish scriptures, and the Quran is the CEO. The Quran, the CEO, tells the people to obey the Christian and Jewish scriptures generally, so long as they don't disagree with the Quran. Now, for this analogy to work, the managers, meaning the Christian and Jewish scriptures, need to be fallible. They need to be able to make mistakes, which they in fact are. They can make many mistakes and have many mistakes. The scriptures of Jews and Christians at the time of the 7th century contradicted each other in manuscript variation and across denominations. For example, Gnostic Christians believed in non-canonical gospels, like the Gospel of Thomas and the Gospel of Judas, etc. For Jews, the Torah in Medina was different according to Islamic hadith. And you'll also find different Torah manuscripts across the world, like the Masoretic, Septuagint, and the Samaritan, which is very, very unique. Now, the Torah in Medina contained passages that are non-existent in any other Torah. For example, they contained the verse saying that for the punishment of adultery, a need for the punishment to be done, basically that we need 4 eyewitnesses for the act of adultery. Also, there is the passage that there are 2 angels to the right side and the left side of every human being. That is mentioned in the Torah according to the hadith. In summary, basically, the managers, meaning the Torah and Gospel, are fallible and require Quranic correction as a CEO over them, as a supreme authority, a muhaymin over those scriptures. Therefore, the command to follow the Christian and Jewish scriptures is general, and it should be seen in the light of the Quran being the CEO over those scriptures, because they are fallible. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope this helps.